I'm MTO.
And I'm Omar.
So, WWE Monday Night Raw for February 28, 2011. I don't know how this Raw left you feeling, but for me, I don't know. It feels kind of dry. It feels like it was just a really dry episode for some reason. What do you think?
Didn't feel anything like a Monday Night Raw has felt the last couple of weeks. This year, Raw has been very good. This is probably the worst episode of the year so far.
We opened the show with Triple H coming out, cutting his promo about The Undertaker. I was upset that there was no Michael Cole on commentary. So he gives his reason why he wants to go after The Undertaker. You know, he feels like there's nothing else for him to do but to go after The Undertaker and try and end his streak.
Basically, Triple H gives us the same exact reason Shawn Michaels gave us when he wanted to go against The Undertaker. We've seen this all before. The only difference is Triple H and not Shawn Michaels. The build-up is not... I have a feeling that the build-up is not going to be great. The match itself is, of course, going to be great. But whenever you have a face versus a face, the build-up is never all that great.
They're not bringing up that Triple H, you know, that Undertaker retired Triple H's best friend. They're not bringing that up, at least not yet. You know, that's a solid reason for this. They're just changing it into... oh, I have nothing else to do. Let's just fight at WrestleMania.
This is like some kind of I don't know, like a girl, like nerdy girl at a party who's bored. Like, oh, why don't you try drugs? I've never done it before. Let's go ahead and do it. This is exactly what this is.
So Sheamus comes out, and we were actually talking about this earlier. Like, everyone was wondering why Triple H didn't go after Sheamus when they actually have history and he has a reason to go after him. And we were talking, and what were we talking about, Omar?
Basically, you complained that he didn't go after Sheamus. I thought it was a better thing that Triple H didn't go after him because that would just make Sheamus look like even more of a jobber than he's become. And you complained that he didn't go after him, that he just went right after The Undertaker. Well, here's your answer. He beat the shit out of Sheamus, and basically Sheamus looks like a complete fool for even trying to interrupt Triple H that night.
So as if Sheamus getting buried by Triple H wasn't enough, guess what else happened after that? After that, the anonymous GM announced the return of the Evan Bourne returning to WWE and squashing Sheamus. That's right, Evan Bourne squashes Sheamus.
I guess this is what you get for kissing your ass all the way to the top and getting mega pushed in 3 months. This is the fall you take.
The next segment, Michael Cole comes out, calls out Jerry the King Lawler. They exchange words. Basically, what's going to happen is Michael Cole and Jerry the King Lawler are going to fight at WrestleMania. And Michael Cole's trainer is Jack Swagger, former world champion Jack Swagger.
Speaking of rise and falls, look who's Michael Cole's manager, Jack Swagger. Nowhere else to put this guy. I mean, you just had him win Money in the Bank last year, and now he's jobber status. You have nowhere else to put him except here. So this could get Jack Swagger more heat, because Michael Cole gets a ton of heat. So I guess Jack Swagger's good, but I don't see how this makes any sense at all. I mean, where the hell did Jack Swagger come from in this rivalry?
Well, you're saying that Jack Swagger is going to get a bunch of heat for this. He applied his finishing move, the angle lock, to Jerry the King Lawler, and yet the fans, they didn't react at all. They weren't cheering, they weren't booing, they were just like,
Alright, to be fair here, if you want to be fair, this crowd was dead the entire night, so don't even start with that whole fan reaction thing.
So, we continue the Randy Orton and CM Punk thing. I really don't care about this. I really don't. Like, I don't know. I just don't care about it. I don't care about Nexus anymore. I mean, it's kind of funny. You look at Nexus now, and you think they are CM Punk's group. They are no longer the Nexus that we all knew and loved. They are CM Punk's group. I mean, at least when Wade Barrett was leader, when you thought of the Nexus, you thought of all of them together. Now, when you think about Nexus, you just think of CM Punk's sidekicks. I'm really hoping for a match Nexus versus Core. I don't think we're going to get that. There's nothing leading up to that and nothing to make us excited for that. So I guess we're just not going to have it then, especially since CM Punk's already going to fight Randy Orton. Where does that leave Wade Barrett?
Sadly, Wade Barrett's gonna go against the Big Show. Either that or Ezekiel Jackson's gonna go into the Big Show and Wade Barrett's gonna be in Money in the Bank. I personally hope he's in Money in the Bank and not fucking wasting his time with the fucking Big Show.
So yeah, both the Core and the Nexus have taken a huge tumble, and heading into WrestleMania, I'm really not excited for any of their rivalries at the moment. So then The Miz comes out and cuts a promo responding to The Rock, trying to be intense, trying to be like Chris Jericho in a way. I don't know, I'm a huge fan of The Miz, I'm a huge Misfit, but The Miz kind of bores me on the mic. I mean, he's got an intense character now, he's trying to be more intense, but for some reason that intensity type of thing just kind of bores me.
True that. Last week, what was it last week? Yeah. Last week he cut a great promo on The Rock. This week, he's just trying to show a more serious side since he's been a joke the first couple of years in his career, and now he wants to be taken more seriously, I guess. So, but sometimes he really overdoes it with his intensity. Like, it's not even funny how much he overdoes it sometimes, but I don't know.
But then we go from the promo being completely serious to having John Cena come in and crack a bunch of random jokes that weren't really all that funny, trying too hard to be funny.
I think if the crowd wasn't so freaking dead for this segment like they were all night, that maybe, just maybe, this would have been a better promo somehow. But the crowd was just so dead, these jokes were so gay,
lacking in excitement, at least just for me. I don't know, what do you guys think? The commenters, the people that watch our video. That's right, I'm being Latrell. I'm asking you what you think. What do you guys think? Are you excited about this? Are you excited about this rivalry? Do these rivalries intrigue you, the people? And now on to my favorite. I love this. My favorite part of the show, as always, the Divas. Now, I'm probably one of the only people in the world that actually is more interested in what's going on in the Divas division than anything else on the show. I'm probably one of the only people. I don't know. Is there anybody else that's with me that's interested in the Divas? Anybody else? I can't be the only one. So here's what I like. I've expressed this a bunch of times. I'm a huge fan of the Bella Twins, especially Nikki. And they're getting their push now. So that is why I'm more intrigued in the Divas division than I've ever been. They're finally getting their push after all these years that I've been wanting them to get their push, and they're finally getting it. I don't care how many people bash on them and say they can't wrestle and stuff. They are awesome. I don't care what you say. And last week I said I was upset that the commentators did not call Brie and Nikki by their names. This week, I gained a bunch of respect from Michael Cole because he was able to tell them apart. He was able to tell that it was Nikki that was wrestling the match and that it was Brie that came in and stole her win again. Thank you, Michael Cole. So, I'm really excited that the Bellas are getting their push. I cannot wait. They should have a great match with Mickie James. I just hope it's Nikki that gets in that match one-on-one.
Oh yeah, and you're also completely contradicting that Eve was back on commentary after her amazing debut on commentary. She was back, and she was amazing on commentary. But she practically gave away who was winning. She was like, the entire match, she was like, oh, I'd like to face one of the Bellas one-on-one. Ooh, I'd like to face Nikki. Ooh, I'd like to face Brie or whatever. So she was basically giving away the outcome of the match.
So yeah, guys, definitely, I want to hear you guys' opinion. You guys, our viewers, our loyal viewers, I want to know what you think. Which Bella do you think should go after Mickie James for the championship? So then, The Rock, as everyone predicted in his video package pre-tape promo, kind of disappointed in that, but you know, I guess it's better to save The Rock for special appearances when he needs to, and just have these backstage segments where, you know, you don't really need it. So he cuts this promo on John Cena, and I gotta say, I don't know. You know, he showed intensity, kind of, you know, saying John Cena is insulting his family, by saying that he left them to go to Hollywood when all he was doing was trying to open up the doors for people in WWE, people like John Cena. So, but I don't know. I just wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't really feeling this promo.
Right. Actually, at some points, the Rock seemed like, he was actually struggling to yell there. The Rock just seemed like, I don't know. It just doesn't. He just doesn't seem to have the juice that made the blood flow of the fans that night. And you can tell that this was obviously pre-recorded, because even when he did get something of a pop, he just continued to try and talk over them. The Rock doesn't do that. The Rock stops and listens to the fans. You could tell this was pre-recorded just by listening to that. So, I don't know. Something about this promo by The Rock it just wasn't a typical Rock promo that got you all excited. It was a good promo, but not like an epic, oh my god, it's The Rock promo, that we're used to seeing from The Rock. So,
well, I don't know. What do you guys think about The Rock's promo? Do you think he did a good job? Personally, I just wasn't all that interested in it. I mean, yeah, it's The Rock, and yeah, he was showing intensity and stuff, but I personally, myself, wasn't all that into it. What do you guys think? Were you into it? Did you get into the promo? Did you think it was great? Did you think he really told John Cena off? What do you guys think? Personally, I just wasn't all that into it. So, just in my opinion, this Raw was kind of boring. But, I don't know, it's hyping up some good stuff to come soon. It was just kind of boring in my opinion.
Nothing was epic about this. Nothing jumped out at you. I mean, not even Matt Seidel's return could, boost this Raw up to great status. That's how poor this episode of Raw has been. Or was.
Before we end the show, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about the build-up between Triple H and Undertaker? What do you think about Triple H squashing Sheamus? What do you guys think about the Bella Twins going over and gonna probably be Divas champions? What do you guys think is gonna happen? I'm MTO as always, along with the other guy, 2 people, in case you did not get that through your head yet. 2 people. I'm the MTO.
And I'm the second person, the Omar.
And this was our WWE Monday Night Raw for February 28, 2011 opinions.